All right, let's... Oh my gosh. Ooh. I guess let's go ahead and level. Bless. I'll be right back. There we go. Now we have everybody nice and leveled. I think we were supposed to be going around... Oh, yeah. And looking at all of these. Okay. Let's take a look at our journal. Okay, the beginning of a long road. The fight over Cockatrice is over, and the hero has received the honor she deserves. Now she's the Crusaders' Knight Commander. Queen Galfrey of Mendev personally placed the army under her command, and together they conducted a troop review. Only a few steps remain to prepare for the long road to an unknown goal. Okay, so we need to go examine everybody. Banner over the Citadel. Let's see, the next objective is Dresden, once the capital of the Crusader movement and now a demon citadel. Who will win? It is an equation with an infinite number of unknowns. The finest military minds failed to bring an end to this war, but a new leader now stands in command, one different from all the others. And perhaps this new variable will produce a different result. Okay, these we've completed. The Outcast, that's still... We're still looking for whoever that is. Cold Waters. It looks like we can do this one. We did that, we did that. We're still learning the Dragon's Fate. We still have our companion quest opening. Laymen believe that a military commander's success is built on their intellect, insight, or personal courage. However, all these qualities are useless if the leader lacks the one that matters most. Unshakable authority among the rank and file, ensuring that they follow orders quickly and without question. The commander assumed control of the Crusader army only recently, and she will have to quickly master the art of managing a military host. The commander's early successes or failures in her new post will determine whether the soldiers trust her leadership or lose faith in her. So we need to wipe out a band of cultists and find a lost relic of the Crusades. We did all that. Notes for the story. Erebeth's scabbard. Ask Erebeth how the scabbard for her family's heirloom sword. Didn't we do this? I could have swore we did that. We talked to Erebeth a lot, though. Okay. I cannot pull the camera out any farther. I guess let's start this way.
Always watch your back.
Terabade's tent. Anything exciting in here? Oh, what did that say? This is mine and Anevia's tent. We're both used to traveling, but the queen insisted our tent be furnished like a commanding officer's. Well, y'all are the commanding officers. What is this? Adventures of a Fearless Crusader, Briggy the Sausage Maker. By Bertha Mel from Pidex, the Sharp Word Publishing Company. For dinner, the wounded were served cabbage soup. This didn't surprise them in the slightest. They'd had the same dish for a week. The hospital's residents used to be lucky enough to get potatoes and even turnips sometimes. But about a month ago, the Knights of the Order of the Thrice Holy Shining Sun and Dissipating Darkness Scimitar of our beloved goddess Serene accidentally shot a catapult the wrong direction and annihilated the cart of the farmer who supplied the hospital with these vegetal delicacies. Ever since, the wounded only had cabbage soup for dinner, occasionally with a bit of protein when the odd cockroach crawled into the pot. Ooh. After enjoying their delightful meal, the wounded stuffed their smoking pipes with something which rather more resembled hay than tobacco. Their bad habits demanded the inhalation of some smoke or other after mealtime, but with these practical matters happily resolved, they fell to talking. Which demon? Oh, wait, they're talking about demons. We've read this. Huh. Okay, they need to quit giving us multiple books. Oh, there's something over here. Ooh, what is this? A sigh. Nice, okay. This massive bed is clean and neatly made. Only commanding officers are allowed such luxury during marches. Scroll of glitter dust. We're gonna raid our own camp. And then I'm gonna sell all the stuff back to them. Oh gosh, why did we pause? Ember's up there. Happy to serve, Commander. Happy to have all of you guys. Who's that? Oh, it's Elberg. What are you up to? Straighten up, arms tight to your sides. That's it. 1, 2, 1, 2. He is having fun with our recruits. Remember? These are the fighters of the Eagle Watch. I personally chose everyone that's standing here, and I'm ready to vouch for each of them. Oh, this one's having a crisis. So many of our own perished. For what? For us to keep fighting. For a day to come when no one else will have to die. Yes, you're right. Thank you, little girl. I've seen so many happy faces today. It's so good. I'm glad there's happy faces. Nenio, what are you up to? I hope we meet Daskari and Baphomet soon. I have numerous questions for them. I don't think they'll be happy to answer your questions. Nora Dinduar's tent. This is Nora Dinduar's tent. It seems she brought a lot of unnecessary items along with her. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. And the needle glands? Book the second of the Astonishing Exploits of Venture Captain Helor, published by the Pathfinder Society. The skeptical ranger followed Helor, who skirted the glade and cautiously surveyed the forest around them. If you're hoping to find someone here, Captain, you're wasting your time. The needle glens are totally uninhabited. A wild animal might stray into these parts, but there are no people here. Tell me, began the Venture Captain, drawing out the words. What is the secret to this place? The whirlwind is a stone's throw away, but the needle glens look like an ordinary, healthy forest. No bubbling mold on the ground, no trees that are identical down to the last leaf, no trace of demons whatsoever. The ranger answered after a long pause. I don't know for sure, Captain, but people have different theories. Some say that the needle glens are cursed by forces that came to this world before the demons. Horrible creatures that could addle your mind with a single look. People say that's why the demons avoid this place. They're afraid. Hiller scoffed. His guide's tale was surely nothing but a cock and bull story. But the idea of his quarry hiding at the very heart of a place thought to pose a dire threat to her, well, he couldn't help being tickled by that. The Spinner of Nightmares trail led here, to this strange wood. There was no doubt about that. But how did she ever find the way here? Hiller fished his tracker's monocle out from the depths of his pack, flipped it on his nose, looked up, and let out a full-bellied laugh. I can't fault the Harridan for her ingenuity, but she might have changed up her nasty tricks, knowing the arsenal I carry. Follow me. The ranger scoffed in disbelief. The forest remained as much a mystery to him as before, but Helor's gaze, directed as it was through the eye of truth, effortlessly picked out the magical notches on the tree trunks, leading to an as yet unknown destination. So we got more of our, our guy's lore on the nature of the divine. Yeah, we've read that one. I remember that one. I think we've read that one 3 times. Let's see. Without a shadow of a doubt, expecting nothing in return, the life and feats of Lord Axelar Tresbot by Nora Dinduar, Nerosian Cruciform Cathedral Publishing House. Frowning, Lord Tresbot made a gesture for his people to halt. Wait. Let's see. He's looking at a coward. Oh, yeah, no, we've read that one too. It's too many books. So many books. So much stuff. Who is this person? I don't remember this person. Oh, he's waving at us. Ah, there you are, you dashing troublemaker, you. Darren flashes you a self-satisfied smile. Our short acquaintance is coming to an end. Very soon you will depart on your crusade, where you'll scrape by on horrible rations, struggle vainly to fall asleep amidst soaring soldiers, be rudely awoken by the freezing cold, and have to look upon the dour faces of self-righteous prigs, before you finally perish in the maw of some demon. I have a journey ahead of me too. I've just rented a sailboat in the south. I've also hired an excellent chef, and I host of other entertainments. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Darren pauses, then suddenly adds in a more serious voice. You know, I am genuinely sad to see you go. If it sounds like mockery, forgive me. I cannot switch off my venom gland on a whim, you see. But you intrigue me. If only we could have spent a little more time together. But of course, Darren grimaces, not under these conditions. Let the Crusaders and the demons have at each other. With any luck, they'll take this entire sanctimonious spectacle down with them. Let's see. Let's see, we don't want to tell them to get lost. Oh, I don't know what to tell him. I hope this, I want to say this, but I also hope that it doesn't make him, leave, because I really need a healer. Yeah, we'll go ahead and say it, whatever. If you feel you don't belong here, go. But I'd like to see you again someday in the future. To get to know you better, you can throw a banquet for me to celebrate our victory in Dresden. What do you say? Victory in Dresden. Your optimism is so charming. Darren smirks, then seems to start slightly. He continues in a more even tone. Well, should you prove lucky enough to survive, by some miracle, come and find me. Perhaps I shall even remember you. No promises, though. In any case, I intend to wait until the army departs. I do love a good send-off. Especially when it is I who is staying and someone else who is heading off to meet a dreary and hopeless end. Sometimes it does one good to ruminate on the unfairness of life. Well then, farewell, Commander. I assume I shall be your most precious memory on this most distinguishing and exhausting road to the pointless slaughter of battle. Or if not the most precious memory, then at least the most stirring. Darren smirks before, instantly losing all interest in you. Or at least he pretends to. It's like somehow I triggered that. Oh, it's the grandma. It's the troop. Look, they added gnomes. Or halflings? I don't know. Grandma Gretlin, the director. A well-dressed old dwarf is lecturing a motley company, shaking her ladle at them belligerently. Noticing you, she flings up her hands. Good afternoon, your commanderness. Do you remember us? We're the crew from the next door theater company, the one you saved in Canabras, back when you weren't your commanderness yet. As you can see, we've come on the campaign with you. We signed up to clean pots and mend the soldiers' clothes. Keeping up a theater is expensive, so we all have to take side jobs, but we don't stop what we're doing. We're going to put on a play about your legacy, or legendary feats. Of course, the crowd scenes are difficult. We can't find the people to play the hordes of demons, and we decided against using a ritual to summon real demons. Please and thank you, don't do that. Luckily, we have Master Kim. He's invented a way to solve this problem using sound. We caught a pig and some piglets who ran away from a burned-out village. The glum and husky half-orc mumbles softly. We put the piglets in a box and scare them a little, and the sound they make is just like an approaching demon horde. Oh, but the most important question is, of course, choosing the lead actor who will play the great Knight Commander. We had to write Barney over it, breaking a number of lances as well as a shovel, a rolling pin, and a set of back scratchers. But we just can't decide, no matter what. Maybe you can help us? We have two candidates that are most suited to the role. One will have the honor of conveying your heroism upon the stage, Commander. Oh, a Cyclops? A Cyclops actor? He's completely tame, believe me. Has a few issues with articulation, but what a powerful physique. We'll make him a nice costume, wash him up, brush his hair. He doesn't have hair. Truth be told, in our show, you mainly just make short heroic exclamations at the fateful moment, like onward, or we'll never give up, or my heart burns with courage. Lemkin can definitely handle the script. So, what about if I'm to be played by a gnome? Not a gnome, two gnomes. Rumbledum and Hierophant are twins. One of them sits on the other's shoulders and puts on a long coat so they can play tall characters. They switch places every so often, so each gets their moment of fame. And that way, they each only have to learn half the script. Wow. I love it. I want to be two gnomes in a coat. Wonderful. Sorry we took you away from all the important things heroes and commanders do. We're off to rehearsal. I mean, first we'll wash some pots, then we're off to rehearsal. Let's go, you lazy lumps. Don't embarrass old grandma now. We played by 2 gnomes in a coat. Love it. Lan! Oh, what are you looking up at the sky for? You think winged demons are about to fall on us? Uh-oh, you're on the... Maybe they will, but I actually just like looking at the sky. Clouds. You know, I haven't seen them since I was a kid. I almost forgot what they looked like. Yes, the clouds. Oh. There he goes back into Kung Fu. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Something fast as lightning. Oh, there's this earth elemental down there. Oh, I guess that's a great way to build trenches is with an earth elemental. Happy to serve, Commander. Yay, everybody is so happy to be here. Oh, that was Slamkin. I was like, what on earth is in my camp? Sela. Oh dear. A group of soldiers is talking loudly, laughing joyfully and passing around a flask. So, picture this. My sword is by the fire. There's 2 goblins about to snatch it, and 3 more are digging through my tent. And I'm sat in the bushes wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the blast to do. An old mercenary taught me about the mail shirt. You can't sleep in armor, but it's not so bad in mail, once you get used to it. Too bad no one told me not to go into the bushes without my sword. Oh, so what did you do? What did I do? I barked like crazy. Goblins are afraid of dogs, you know. So they all went wild and started running around. They spot my sword. They spot me. So I jump over to the fire, wearing nothing but my mail shirt, and I grab my sword and I yell in my big, tough voice, "Oh, Inheritor, grant me the power to crush these filthy creatures." My sword's shining, the goblins are screaming, I jump to attack them and they fight back, but I fought them off somehow. But ever since then, I never take a step without my weapon. Sela takes a sip from the flask. Aha, that's some story. Hey, stop gulping, leave some for the rest of us. We've only just set off and you're already drinking? And with the queen in the camp, stop this at once. The knights quickly snap to attention. Sela raises the flask and says loudly, "Right you are, Commander Terabade, but we are drinking to the queen's health." Whatever. Give me a sip too, to her majesty's health. Erebeth rubs her forehead with the palm of her hand. Commander, are you sure this is the right way to train your soldiers? Never mind, it's your business. Oh, just wait till I start doing evil acts and they'll be just so afraid of me. Oh, there goes Sela laughing. Important. Oh, no, wait, I have Meatloaf. What did I name hers? Bulwark? No. Barb. It's been a minute since we had Sela in the party. Oh, these are the Cockatrice Crusaders. We kind of like invaded your camp here, I'm sorry. These are the Knights of Cockatrice, all that's left of the orders that were billeted in the city. That's how you pronounce that word. First Erebeth and now another upstart commander. Our queen sure does like them wet behind the ears. Rude, it's not like y'all did anything good. What did you say, sir? Nothing, Commander Terabade. Happy to serve. Look, I saved y'all's butts back there. How dare you? We outfitted this tent to be used as our chapel. Even the less pious crusaders will come here to say prayers when the final battle is upon us. I've seen it happen in my previous campaigns. What are all of the... Oops. Altar of Desna, the great dreamer, and the goddess of freedom, travel, and luck and dreams. Oh, Altar of Serenade, the healing light, the goddess of the sun, healing and redemption. This place has been sanctified. Okay, so that's the sanctified thingy. Altar of Iomade, the light of the sword, the goddess of justice and valor, and the patron of the Crusades. Altar of Rastal, old Deadeye, the god of hunting, farming, and the quiet pastoral life. Altar of Torag, the father of creation, the dwarven god of craft and ken. Oh, so we really do have a whole little chapel just full of all the things. Irabeth. Field medic. We'll be seeing him a lot. This is the field hospital. Alas, the clerics of Canaber suffered especially heavy losses, so we're in desperate need of healers. We are few, but the gods are with us. The prayers of good people around the world are with us. Dear lady, you've been standing here for a long time. Would you like to help? It's Kamalia. Kamalia doesn't help people. Who? Me? No, I definitely would not. Please, act like I'm not here. I just like to watch people work. It's not weird, Kamalia. Beautiful day, isn't it? Yes, beautiful day. Confessions of a Heretic. Did we read this one? I take a deep breath and stand still. I long to absorb every moment of joy, inhale the evaporation of someone else's soul from the thickening blood. A border between reality and dream fades. It seems that everyone beyond the wall can hear the throbbing in my head, but it's only my fantasy. A ringing silence fills the room. The fifth sacrifice has been made. My mistress, the most beautiful of goddesses, will be happy. I will take care of everything. Fragrant flowers cut at the climax of their beauty are now a part of the masterpiece, which is worthy of Celine herself. So what if the narrow-minded priest rejected me and my gift? I serve the never-fading rose herself, not the worms that bite into her stem and suck at her life-giving juices. It won't be long now before I finish my job. I've already found the material. Her eyes are gray and hair is dark blonde. She is fading into the dirt. I will rewrite her destiny. It's like that really reminds me of what happened in Dragon Age 2. So that's always a weird conversation. Didn't we already asked them all these questions? Why are they like, yeah, show me your skulls. I need to sell you stuff. Let's see. Let's empty out our inventory a little bit. Keep anything not glowing. I picked up a lot of weapons. Oh. It's like, who had all of this scythes? Oh my gosh. Are you gonna have enough money for this? I guess they don't have a set vendor price like in other. Get rid of all that. Any accessories? No, those are all that. This is this. Get rid of these. I don't want to sell the books yet because I don't know. What is this? We'll keep that. Kind of surprised that cheese isn't usable for cooking. Some of these fruits. What is this? A potato, right? Yeah. And that head, our lucky head. Okay, well, do we still need scrolls? Oh, we can buy. How much money do we have? Okay. What do we have? Where would that be? What is that under? It's not usable, right? Ingredients? Yeah, here we go. Let me put this down here. So we have a scribing kit 1. How much? Let's go ahead and buy the second ones. Pearl of Power. What do these do? The seemingly normal pearl of average size and luster is a potent aid to all spellcasters to prepare spells, such as clerics or wizards. Once per day on command, a Pearl of Power enables the possessor to recall any one spell that they prepared and then cast that day. Oh, that's neat. Can we have them for less than this? I'll have to remember that that's there. Okay, so do I need... This kit allows you to create scrolls of 1 first level spells. I guess I need both of those. Well, they don't... Yeah, they don't weigh anything, so that's fine. There we go. Do you have anything new to say? No. You were teaching him orthopraxy? It means things should be done right, not slapdash. Is that what that really means? No, not for sure about that one. I don't think I've ever heard that word. Oh, fine. What did we find? Oh, we found a hidden thing. Okay, so these are the fighters here that Her Majesty brought from the capital. Iraba totally disappeared. What is this? May Canabrus be damned. I spit on the streets of Canabrus. I spit on its granite walls and its stained glass windows. If tomorrow the ground trembles, splits apart, and devours this cursed city, I will not shed one tear. No one here, not a single soul, deserves any compassion. Everyone who lives in this city is a criminal. If there were any justice in this world, every one of them would be hanging from the gallows. Prelate Holrun and Queen Galfrey, the chief among them. Well, we took care of the prelate. Ask anyone on the streets what they know of mongrels. The answer will be dumb silence, or the lowered eyes of a scoundrel who knows their crimes but doesn't want to think about it. Mongrels. A disgusting nickname, which the residents of the city have given to the brave Crusader heroes who defeated the forces of evil. They paid for it with their health. Covered with scabs and tumors, bloated and gnarled, they were no longer beautiful enough to be tolerated by the very people they'd saved. As a reward for their heroism, the city dwellers exiled them to the sewers and damp caves beneath the city. The author of these words went down there and spoke with them, and I'll have you know that the ugliest of them is more noble than all the paladins of Mindev, not to mention that head-chopping prelate and his murderous queen. Well, they really don't like them, do they? And if any pretend that today's city dwellers aren't responsible for the crime of their grandfathers, then I will spit in their face, for the grandchildren of the exiled are still down there, crawling in the mud and eating garbage. And everyone who knows about this and does nothing, and everyone who should know but prefers blissful ignorance, I say they're all guilty and they repeat the same crime every day. And as long as this doesn't change, any citizen who desires to fight a demon should take a knife and stab themselves in the stomach. For your city has already rotted, and you are no better than the demons. And if anyone would repent and right this terrible wrong, they should turn their weapons on the prudish paladins who preach good but defend an order that flies in the face of justice. Down with the paladins, down with the prelate Holrun, down with Queen Galfrey. Well, like I said, we already took care of Holrun on accident. So you don't have to worry about that. Orgus, what are you doing here? Oh, this is the supply train. And this is our quartermaster. William something. Will Sir Garms. I was so wrong about that. Go to him for supplies. Horgus, you were talking way too much. Let's see, Horgus. The Queen is expecting you, Knight Commander, so I shall not detain you. We can talk later after our sovereign departs. Hail the Commander. Yes. Yes, yes. 3 cheers. Hey, I'm reading that. 3 cheers for the Commander. Now, answer my questions. Where are the mail shirts? According to the paperwork, we're supposed to have 50. I personally deposited the money for them in the Army's treasury. And why is there hardtack? Oh my gosh. And the barrels that were supposed to be filled with corned beef? I demand answers. Your corned beef's in the cooking pots. Turns out it's from last year and needs to be eaten before it spoils. And we're saving the hardtack for now. As for the mail shirts, they're on the troops. That's what they're for, aren't they? Not for me to rest my jacksie on, and when the lads are heading off to battle soon. Tell them, Garms, you two are perfect for each other. The burly soldier with an impressive beard greets you with a broad smile. Will Sir Garms, the camp quartermaster at your service. How may I be of help? Tell me about yourself. The quartermaster looks away sheepishly. There isn't much to tell, really. I was born in Canabrus to a humble family. I got an education, taught myself to read and write, got drafted into the army, spent 3 years as a shield bearer in the first line. You look like a shield bearer. I left after I did my time and joined the Stonemasons Guild, then moved on to the shipwrights and rose to a crew chief. Sailed to Iobaria? That's a fun way to say that. Twice and returned with goods. Made some money, built a house, but haven't started a family yet. I think I will after we're done with this war. But a few years ago, something started gnawing at me. I got this feeling like I needed to go home, that there was a storm headed for my native city. And when there's trouble in Mendev, there's only one thing to do. You go to the recruiter and sign up for the army. And so I did. At first, they wanted to make me an infantry sergeant, but then they decided I'd be a better fit in the supply department. I can take care of an army's property, and I'm pretty handy around a warehouse. Not to mention, I know how to manage a band of helpers. And so that's how I became a quartermaster. Whistler gives you a shy smile and shrugs, as if this were a wholly unremarkable story typical of any crusader. Cool. What are your duties? A little bit of everything. What's an officer to a soldier? A strict father. So what does that make a quartermaster like myself? Something like their mom, that's what. I make sure the lads have everything they need to defeat the enemy and come back from battle in one piece. Wilser starts ticking off his fingers. That means food, firework, medicine, tents, mended clothes, fixed weapons. The horses have got to be fed and watered. The camp's got to be fortified by the evening and broken up by the morning. I make sure the wages are paid on time and the wagon wheels don't squeak. And then there are the reports. Gods, until you asked, I never realized how many duties I actually had. And what did the soldiers think of their new commander? They mostly tell tales about your unusual power, but they don't shy away from talking about you as a person, too. Soldiers are always like that. If Iomade herself descended from heaven, you bet they'd jabber on about how she grips her sword and how good she looks in her armor. The general impression about you is that you're a tough fighter, true warrior. That's the best kind of commander, one who knows the weight of a blade in a long fight. Oh, cool. Show me what you got. What do we have here? Is this painful remorse? Oh, it's a shield. Whenever the wielder of this +2 spiked heavy shield uses it for shield bash, it behaves like a vicious weapon. That's nice. I just carry mine on my back. Got some rapiers, some regular bucklers, lots of armor. Horgus, I don't think you have to worry about your armor. Lesser gloves of dueling. These gloves grant their wearer a +1 bonus to, what is C&D? Combat maneuver defense. Okay. Against disarm attempts. If the wearer has the weapon training ability and is wielding a weapon, it gives a bonus to. Okay, nice. Let's see, lesser ring of protection. I know some people that are wearing. I am wearing one of those. Thought I was wearing one of those. Falchion. Breastplate. Blade of Order. Oh, that's a scimitar. Ooh, Black Dragon's Fang. It's a corrosive longsword. Jinx. Oh, that's a falchion. Oh, that's cool. Whenever this +2 cold iron falchion lands a hit on a creature that is under any hex effect, it deals additional damage equal to the weapons. That is really neat. Also very, very expensive. Bracers of Rough Landing. These bracers grant their wearer +2 competence bonus to AC attack and damage rolls against flying enemies. Okay. Oh, S-Stock. The speed S-Stock converts a critical hit on the enemy. The wielder grants a +2 morale bonus to dex, and each attack they make deals... Oh, that's a nice one. Apprentice Lockpicks. Amulet of Jousting. Do I have Knight's Challenge? I think I do. Agile Fist. This amulet allows her to apply her dex. Oh, yeah, we have someone with that. I gave it to the horse. Okay, cool. They're still arguing about corned beef. Okay, have I been everywhere but... Oh, Woljiff, we didn't see you. Oop. Where were you? I probably walked right by him. Let's see. No, it says he's somewhere over here. Where over here? mean, it would make sense if he was... Oh, I did walk... Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Woljif. Do you know what the queen does to people who keep her waiting? I don't know, but I know better than to find out. Look, I need to examine the camp. Jernog. Good day, do you remember me? I'm Jernog. We spoke in the Defender's Heart. So you're the commander of the crusade now. Erastil knows it's hard to imagine someone worthier of taking up the post than the savior of Canaveras. May the good gods help you prevail. Oh, have you joined the crusade? Don't take it amiss, but no, I haven't. I have my own task. I am needed in Shelly Creek, a tiny hamlet which, due to some oversight, has been left without a priest these many years. I'm about to set sail for there. I'll be making my journey along Old Man Selen. Okay, yes, may Erastil watch us. Okay, now I think I've talked to everybody. I've seen everybody. We literally walked around this camp and didn't trigger it until we got here. Okay, to the commander tent. Why did it just sound like someone poofed into existence? What was that? Don't appreciate things poofing into existence. Or disappearing. More stuff. Who are you? Leator Hawkblade. My respects, Commander. I hope you will be able to spare some time after all these formalities. Oh, here's Nora. Happy to help the cause, Commander. Oh, so Stole. It's good to meet you, Commander. Fabulous. Fabulous. Nice. Okay. This is my... Yes, it's my commander's chest. We can put all our extra whatever in there. Oops. Still not the right button. Keep our lucky head. Let's see, sort, type. Get rid of extra books. Oh, I put the wrong one there. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. One book. One. There we go. We can keep all the extra papers. Okay. Let's talk to the queen. The queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with which she just announced the Fifth Crusade. The face of the ruler of Mendev appears calm and thoughtful. She has made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation. A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Soziel Vainik.
Okay, that's why I didn't know who Nora was. We met Sosil at the party.
One
the
of
very,
the
very
famous
beginning.
inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Oh, that sounds like a fun time to me.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons! I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it!
She's cute.
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
Of course.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, her trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
When we met at the Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the new crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it.
When this war is over, are you gonna stop drinking the life potions and die? Like, are you gonna continue to reign as the ever-living queen?
However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
True. Did you know that the souls of angels from heaven are confined in the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first Wardstone in Kenobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. In any case, I am glad you did not allow the demons to commit sacrilege and gain control over the Wardstone in Kenobris. We might have lost one of the Wardstones, but the chain is still standing.
Well, you should also know I received an unusual gift in the caves. In the caves beneath Kenobris. In a vision, I saw the death of an angel called Lariel. Somehow, he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the world wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel, even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on their special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again?
Perhaps. I do have some questions about my mission to retake Dresden.
Of course. I shall answer.
How did the demons manage to conquer Dresden?
That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
Staunton Vane. I saw him at the Great Garrison. He defected to the demon's side.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
Hell Knights. The Hell Knights are a collection of knightly orders with a unique focus on the promulgation of law. Unlike paladins, they are interested less in social good and charity than in the foundation and stringent maintenance of order at all costs. If people cannot be trusted to obey the law out of their own sense of civility and social righteousness, Hell Knights provide the need to obey out of fear of a master's stern hand. You punished him with a life of disgrace and humiliation, and that life finally broke him. It's sad, but not surprising.
Perhaps exile would have been a more merciful sentence than decades of service among those who despised him. I was hoping he might atone for his guilt with a heroic act, but he likely decided that atonement was impossible, and he might as well give himself over to evil.
Yeah, you just wanted him to kill himself instead of you do it. Wow. Anyways, what forces are at my disposal?
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit. These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead.
It's been decades and no one has managed to retake the city. Why do you think we're different?
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
What about our long-term goals? Do you know how to get rid of the world wound forever?
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold. The very threshold of the Abyss.
You're very on the nose with these names. Okay, I have no more questions.
Wonderful.
And what are you... Well, I guess I have one more. What are you gonna do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
Oh, my queen, I'd ask you to remain with us. The Dresden campaign is the hope of the crusade, and the blessing of Iomade that you carry may be decisive in this battle.
Here, a polite attempt to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign? I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen, and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito. Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
No, the task is clear.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable.
Oh, should it?
Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
Oh.
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, she has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
You made that up. That's not a real position.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him this chance to serve the common cause.
I knew you would approve, Commander. I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post, but I trust that you will dutifully fulfill her orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
You can totally hear that he wants to stab her with a knife.
Then let's get going. May Iomade help us.